Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm making this video because I wanted to talk about the button layout I've noticed in this game. Well, first let me start off by saying that I primarily, my whole console gaming, I want to say career, but it's not really a career, just my gaming style has always been using the default button layout. I've realized in this game that does not work. The reason I say that is because so many people like jumping around like wild rabbits, kind of like I am right now. Just boosting, jumping off walls, aiming down their sights, and I've realized that well, I won't say probably you, but it is almost impossible for someone to do that effectively in this game using the default button layout. So I changed up my controls to bumper jumper. This is my third time playing with this control button layout, so I'm still getting used to it. It is kind of awkward, just because if you guys heard of like gaming playstyles and how people hold their controller, I'd compare it to the claw. The way you hold your controller is just kind of awkward, but it definitely helps you out in certain situations. And I'm just talking about more like right now how I'm aiming and jumping at the same time. It's almost impossible to do that with the button layout on default. But the con about it is my fingers aren't used to it. My hand's not used to it, so I'm over here cramping the shit out of my fingers. Like, it is not comfortable at all. But I figured if I give it a few days, I'd get used to it, and it won't be that much of an issue. But yeah, there's so many button layouts. I really hardly ever go into the options menu, only to change my sensitivity, whether that be vertical or horizontal. And I hardly ever go into the buttons layout because, like I said, I've always used default. But I realize in this game that does not work. Now, again, it might work for some of you. If that is the case, good for you. So I'm not speaking for everybody. I know a lot of people do use default. It works for them. It's not for me. So I'm going to try out something new. It's not that bad. So anyways, like I was saying, I was looking at the all the different types of button layouts. I was wondering, which one you guys use and why do you prefer that button layout? Pros and cons about each one. It'd be kind of cool to know because I might mess around with a lot of these button layouts just to kind of get the feel of them. Kind of change my gaming style a little bit. I'm not used to like jumping around like crazy and boost jumping off walls and all kinds of other stuff. But I'm gonna try it this time. It's gonna be kind of awkward at first, like I said, but give it some time. Another thing, a lot of people are talking about this game. There's a lot of negative comments about this game. A lot of people are not digging this game. Everyone has their own personal opinions, but I just keep hearing mixed reviews about it. Most of them have to do with weapon variances, kill streaks not being good. But I think if we give it some time, we'll get used to it. I know a lot of people resist change at first, so it's natural for us to hate change. But for the most part, it hasn't changed too much. I mean, we're still boost jumping everywhere. You still gotta have that aim, especially if you're boost jumping in the air. Gotta be able to aim while you're doing it. I understand like some of the kill streaks aren't that great, but stay, we give it some time. The game just came out not too long ago, so I'm pretty sure in a couple of months everyone's going to get used to everything, and it's all going to be good. But I've also noticed that like playing remastered after playing this game is freaking ridiculous. I'm so used to this game and the prior one where, you know, you're sliding all over the place, kind of like I am now. Yeah, I tried doing that in remastered, and I'm over there crouching like an idiot, trying to run and slide. That ain't gonna work. So it's definitely, it takes a lot of time to get used to that game if you're constantly playing this game. It's already in your brain pretty much that you're going to be sliding, muscle memory, and then you're over there crouching, your teammates are looking at you like you're an idiot. But yeah, I've noticed too that everybody wants to be a sniper in Modern Warfare Remastered. I can't even spawn on some of those maps without getting automatically sniped, which I'm not complaining about it. I actually think it's kind of funny. It's kind of funny how everybody gets a sniper class and just reminds me of Counter-Strike whenever I used to play 8-9 years ago. You have like sniping maps. Some of those maps just seem like they could be those maps where everybody's just a sniper, and it's actually pretty fun. You kind of get to see your skills and everybody else's skills. Kind of like it. It's very simple. There's not much to Modern Warfare Remastered. It is simple. You don't have weapon variances. You don't have too much crazy stuff going on. It is basic and simple. And I think a lot of games, especially nowadays, are missing that fundamental aspect about being simple. I think they're trying to add too much to these games. I mean, one of my favorite games was World at War. The maps were, you know, well developed. The kill streaks were awesome. Seemed like the maps were very well balanced. And that game was just fun to play. I didn't hear too much complaining about it. And it was simple. You didn't have all this futuristic stuff. I just think a lot of games need to get back to the basics. Don't get me wrong, this game's fun to play. But it's no Modern Warfare Remastered either. And that game was created like, I don't even know, maybe like 8 years ago. But what are you guys' opinion on this game? Let me know. Subscribe, like. We can talk about it some more.